Physical development basically means all the physical changes that happen in a child's body. We're talking about things like height and weight increasing, muscle strength building up, and bodily coordination getting better. Today, we're going to cover this topic completely in depth so you are fully prepared for your teacher recruitment exams. Let's dive right in and understand exactly what this concept is and why it's the absolute foundation of a child's overall growth.
Now pay close attention here. Physical development is not just limited to growing taller or gaining weight. It's actually a qualitative process just as much as it is quantitative. It involves the maturing of the nervous system, improving overall physical fitness, and developing really complex coordinated abilities like walking, running, and writing. This physical foundation literally supports every other type of learning, whether that's cognitive development in the classroom or social interaction with peers.
To really grasp this, let's look at a simple classroom example that is super important for your exams. Imagine we have two kids. Child A is healthy, active, and full of energy, while Child B is unfortunately malnourished and gets sick frequently. Even if both of these kids have the exact same level of intelligence, Child A is always going to have better concentration, more self-confidence, and much higher participation in class. Physical health directly dictates how effectively a child can learn.
Section 2. Core Mechanics. Motor Development.
Motor development is mainly divided into two types, and understanding the difference between them is absolutely crucial for your exams. First up, we have gross motor skills. This involves using the large muscles in the body. Think of a child running on sports day, climbing a jungle gym, or playing football. All of these use large muscle groups. On the flip side, we have fine motor skills. These use the small muscles, mainly in the hands and fingers. Things like holding a pencil, drawing, or cutting paper to make flowers. For the exam, just remember this one crucial rule. Large muscles mean gross motor, and small muscles mean fine motor. Simple as that.
Moving on to age-wise developmental milestones.
Looking at this timeline, we can really see the natural progression of physical abilities. At 1 year old, a baby relies on basic support, learning to crawl or just stand up. By the time they hit 3, they are independently running and climbing all over the place. Fast forward to age 5, and independent fine motor skills really start kicking in, like using scissors along with gross motor skills like hopping on one foot. And by the time they reach 12, kids have developed the advanced balance and coordination needed for competitive sports, and of course, really good handwriting.
Now this single statistic right here is arguably the most important thing to remember. 90%. During early childhood, which we also call the foundation stage, up to age 6, roughly 90% of a child's brain development is already completed. Based on their physical experiences and interactions with the environment around them, their neural connections multiply incredibly fast. So definitely remember for the exam, early childhood is a massively critical window for brain development.
Next section. Factors influencing physical growth.
To remember exactly which internal and external factors influence a child's physical growth, we're going to use a super simple memory trick. GRASP. Lock this mnemonic into your brain for exam day. G stands for genes, or heredity. R is for rest, meaning good sleep, which is vital for growth hormones. A is for activity, like regular exercise. S means a safe, clean environment. And P stands for proper nutrition. If you can just remember GRASP, you'll easily be able to tackle any multiple-choice question on this topic. Let's break down the P in GRASP, proper nutrition, in a bit more detail. Exams frequently feature matching questions based on the functions of these nutrients. Proteins are essential for muscle growth and repair. Calcium is the primary building block for strong bones. Iron maintains healthy blood in children. Vitamins boost immunity so kids don't get sick as often. And carbohydrates and healthy fats, they provide that immediate energy and the foundational fuel required for rapid brain development.
As future educators, you really need to understand the practical application of this science. Your role as a teacher is to encourage outdoor games and promote nutrition awareness among your students. But the biggest takeaway here is that you should never, ever compare children's physical progress. Remember the principle of individual differences. Every single child develops at their own unique pace. Your job is simply to observe their milestones and plan inclusive, movement-based activities without any judgment.
All right, time for some rapid-fire MCQs.
Question 1. Physical development mainly refers to A. Moral growth, B. Emotional growth, C. Changes in body structure and motor abilities, or D. Language learning. I'll give you a second to lock your answer in.
And the correct answer is C. Changes in body structure and motor abilities. This ties directly back to that very first definition we covered at the start of this explainer.
Question 2. Running and jumping are examples of A. Fine motor skills, B. Cognitive skills, C. Gross motor skills, or D. Language skills. Here's a tiny hint. Think about which muscle groups are involved in those actions.
The correct answer is C, gross motor skills. Remember the golden rule? Large, powerful muscle movements are always put into the gross motor skills category.
Question 3. Which factor has the greatest influence on a child's height? A. Television, B. Heredity, C. Mobile phone, or D. Homework. Think back to the G from our grasp memory trick.
The correct answer is B, heredity. While nutrition plays a big role, the structural limits of things like your height, skin color, and eye color are ultimately determined by your genes, or your heredity.
Let's look at the final rapid-fire question. Question 4. Which nutrient is most important for strong bones? A. Vitamin C, B. Calcium, C. Iron, or D. Protein. Let's see how well you remember that nutrition table.
And the correct answer is B, calcium. Calcium is directly linked to strong bone development in children.
Now, for a quick revision.
For the exam, these are absolutely your most important takeaways. Number 1, gross motor equals large muscles. Number 2, fine motor equals small muscles. Number 3, 90% of a child's brain development happens in early childhood. And number 4, to remember the factors of physical growth, just use the GRASP mnemonic: genes, rest, activity, safe environment, and proper nutrition. Keep those in your head and you're golden.
Let's wrap up with a homework practice question.
Here is a practice question for you. Look around you right now and name one gross motor skill and one fine motor skill that you have personally used today. Did you walk over to your desk? Did you hold a pen? Make a mental note of your answers or jot them down. Connecting these concepts to your daily life is honestly the best way to remember them, so that in the future you can properly understand and support your students' development. Keep observing, keep practicing, and you are fully prepared to crush this exam.